Okay, so today we're going to talk about the trail arm in the golf swing and its role, especially in the backswing, and how that can set up as in a good position for the downswing. So trail arm, right arm for a right-handed golfer. Some of the most important things before we even look at this is how much mobility we have in that trail shoulder. So if I was to stand in this position, taking a 90-degree angle, how far can I rotate this arm back? Now this is a really important thing because in the swing, if we only have a range of motion that gets to here, it's going to limit where we can go in the backswing, so we need to be careful of what positions we're trying to get in before we actually do them, because you don't want to be beating your head against the wall trying to get in a position that you can't physically do. So if you can get all the way back here, that is a really good position because it shows you've got a lot of external shoulder rotation. When you're in golf setup, if we can get that arm to match the spine angle, that's going to be a good range of motion. And I'll make another video in future on what we can do if we don't have that range of motion. So one of the biggest problems for the trail arm would be when it gets trapped behind the body at some point in the backswing or at the top of the backswing. So what would define being behind the body would be if we look at the seam line on our shirt, we never want that trail elbow to get behind this seam line. So at setup, we want to feel like the arm is twisted, almost like you're going to give blood. So you're just sitting like that, bicep points forward, elbow bends straight up like that. And then from that position, we can then rotate from the forearm. So from here down is where the movement happens to get that right hand into the grip position. So from that position, the elbow stays in front of the body, and then that's going to be the key thing in the backswing, that the right arm stays in front of our body. The biggest mistakes people make is when they go back, body doesn't turn and the right arm starts to bend really early, and then it gets trapped behind this seam line. And now when we're at the top of the backswing, we need to do things to try and get it back in front of the body. And that's really hard to kind of gain consistency when you're trying to get a club or an arm back in front of the body at fast speed in the downswing. So easiest drill that we can do for this would be, once you set up, I'm going to put my left hand just above the elbow joint, but on the tricep, and then from there take some back swings. And then when I get to that top position, you'll see that the arm stays in front of the chest. It doesn't start to go back here. So now from that position, it forces me to turn more so that I can get in a good position at the top. And then when we're at the top, one of the key things would be that we maintain a good structure, so we don't let this elbow fold, because that's going to lose all the width. And now from there we need to throw it at some point in the downswing to try and get back out. So we want to maintain that width, give a lot of space that we can then come back down in the downswing. So when you're building up that progression, you can go through that drill up to the top, put the club left hand back on it, and then do some swings, and then get that same feeling where we keep the trail arm in front of the body, not behind the body. So always keeping it in front, and then that puts us in a really good position in the downswing. Another easy little thought would be, when we get up to the top, that elbow joint points down at the ground. It doesn't rotate and point behind us to the horizon. So just feeling like if there's a laser coming out that elbow, it kind of points down, not up that way. So that's a quick video just on how we can kind of structure the right arm and where we want to put it at the top of the backswing. And then when we're at the top, it gives us a much better chance of making a good downswing without any compensations.